Are there any, before we get to the good of the cause, are there any committee reports? I have one.
Ooh.
Okay. The curriculum meeting met on Tuesday, December 6th, and it was a terrific meeting. Once again, want to thank Mrs. Gulick for putting together an agenda that's not just informative, but really pleasant. The hour and a half just flew by. And to thank all the people who came and presented, as well as the members of the committee. The highlights of the meeting included, we received an explanation about the changes in the social studies sequence at the high school. As of the 2017-2018 school year, students will be taking U.S. History 2 in their sophomore year and World History during their junior year. In addition, AP U.S. History 2 will now be open to sophomores. We also were presented with quite a few courses which are going to be revised from semester courses to quarter courses. In order to increase access to courses of interest to the students, these changes will expand the options for quarter courses, and the following courses will be revised from semester to quarter courses: creative writing, journalism and media, forensic science, sports and literature, independent and research. There was also a new quarter course proposed, math behind the sports. In addition, quite a few new courses have been proposed, a lot of them in the world language area. We will be hearing a lot more about these courses as we go through the budget process and consider the curriculum requests. In addition, the English courses at the high school will now be known as English 10, replacing American literature, English 11, replacing British literature. The revised names reflect the integration of nonfiction and additional writing assignments to supplement the literature used in these courses. Again, thank everyone for their participation in this committee. If there are no other committee reports, then I will turn to our high school report.
Hi, good evening. So on Sunday, the Indian Cultural Society of East Brunswick hosted their annual event where students from all grade levels, not only from East Brunswick, but also some of them come from Edison and from North Brunswick, participated in dances to show off our culture. And this year's theme was Hollywood theme songs, so we had to include that as part of our choreography. And I was part of the senior group, and that was a lot of fun. And I think the best part of that was, although a lot of the seniors that participated are in my school and in my classes, it just gave us like this bonding experience that, like, I don't know, I get to talk to them more, and we just felt like more of a family being part of it. And it was my first year and my last year, but it was such a great experience that I thought I should share it. Last Friday, I got to attend my first sociology wedding, which was amazing, and it was very cute, and it was very organized. It was done within like the class period time, so even if I was invited, so I did miss one of my classes to be there, but it was very, it was done on time, it was very on schedule, so even if you did, like, you were out by there on time, and it was just really fun to experience. On Wednesday, the East Brunswick Public Library and the high school's media center hosted a winter reading thing where they put out books of different genres like nonfiction, realistic fiction, like biographies, autobiographies, and they put them out on the tables, and they had hot cocoa, cookies, brownies, so students could come and pick out like books to read if they were running out of options for their winter break. I was told by my friends that there was a band concert tonight, so I hope that's going really well. And Chamber Orchestra also had their concert on the 8th of December. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Okay, for the good of the cause from the board. Mr. Philipsak.
This is my last official Board of Education meeting of my second term for 3 years. I will not be returning on the board in January. There will be 3 new board members, and I wish them the best. I did serve on 2 previous Board of Director positions. Before I served on the Board of Education, I looked upon those opportunities and this opportunity to know people that I may not have had a chance, the opportunity to work with before. If I had to list every teacher, administrator, and support staff that I enjoyed working with and learned from as a board member, this meeting and this speech would last for in the wee hours of the morning. Other than the current board members, I did have an opportunity to work with Dr. Karp, Katie Spiegler, Kevin McAvoy, and superintendents Joanne Madristo and Dr. Bagari. It was my pleasure to work with all of them. The best advice I ever received was from Holly Howard. She mentioned to me that you cannot take anything personally in the election and your time during the board. Your election and your service on the board is the best exercise in patience you'll ever have. For my election, I personally wanted to thank families that displayed my election sign on their lawns. The abundance of campaign signs over town appeared overwhelming, but personally, to display my campaign sign on your residence meant a lot to me. We are a 9-member board. All the decisions we do as a group. I wish I could personally take credit for everything the board did well the last 6 years, but I can't. But I am proud of some of the things that did happen on the board while I was here. All-day kindergarten, making the necessary repairs for air conditioning. You wouldn't need it in the weather we have today, but I'm glad that it is done. The board decisions to have Wisson Company as our independent auditors, and the most proud decision is Victor as our superintendent. The 3 things I will miss on the board is I'll miss Bernie's discussions on long and short-term debt. I'll miss Lori's baking on community programs.
Yes, I agree.
And I'll miss speaking with Lou after meeting's over about the Yankees and the Mets.
And the Devils.
And the Devils. I may not retain the title of board member anymore, but I will retain the most important of the school district, which is parent. I'm very engaged in our community. I hope to continue. I hope my French teacher and Miss Ruth Chang doesn't criticize me too much for the pronunciation of the word au revoir. What I understand au revoir is a very happy departure. It's not final, and it's better than goodbye for me. My final departing words of the board is actually just go Bears. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt.
I'll deliver baked goods.
And we will have Bernie come to your house personally and give you the short, long-term debt.
I'll abbreviate it.
That was very nice, Kurt. Very nice. And I too have a couple of words to say. And first, I'd like to thank all of the members on the Board of Education. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but for those who are watching from their homes, this is a consummate group of professionals who really give on a regular basis to the community. And I think many times you just watch this on TV and you think it's an hour or 2 hours of a board meeting and then we all go home. But what most of you don't understand, who other than those that are here, is that there's a huge amount of time commitment, uncompensated, to board meetings and committee meetings and going out into the schools. One of the few boards that I think in the state actually goes out to some of the special needs schools that we send kids out to and toward them. Not too many boards get as involved as we do, and it's a testament to the people who have done this before us, those of us who are here, and those of us who will follow us. It's a deep commitment to the town, and residents should be proud of the people that they have selected to take on this role, because they take it seriously, and that is why your schools are as good as they are. In addition to that, we have an unbelievably talented administration and staff that are constantly pushing the bar as high as you could possibly make it, and we reach it. And then we sit back and we set new goals. That's why Niche.com just listed us as the 7th best school in New Jersey, and I think we're happy about that, but what's the natural comment after that? Why are we not number one? That's the philosophy and the culture that is so pervasive here. It's infective, and it's the reason, again, another one of those reasons why we are as good as we are. I think that, I don't want to leave anybody out. I feel like it's the Oscars, and if you don't get that list and have everybody in, someone's going to be mad at me. The East Brunswick Education Association is an example of how boards and organized labor have to work together. It's a pleasure to have worked with such professionals, and again, that's the model of the way things should be run. And I have to thank those people who are involved. Dana's here, but many people who've had your role even before you got it to this point because they care and they understand that at the end result is what matters for the kids, and that's more important than any smaller issue. And I would not want to leave that out. That should not go unrecognized. At the end of all of this, though, I think that I need to thank the members of the people who live here in town who have made conscious decision to move here, to pay slightly higher, more taxes, to have maybe not have the biggest house or the largest square footage or property, but they have made their commitment to a school system that is still the number one reason that people move here. They are responsible for why we're here. They are responsible for why all of you are here, and they give us their most important asset, and that is their children, which is what this is all about. So I wish everybody a happy holidays, a happy, safe, and healthy New Year, and I look forward to providing the same type of service for you on the other end of the township as we did here. We are one community, we are one people, we are one township, and we should work together for the betterment of everybody. And I think if that's the mentality that we have, East Brunswick is going to continue to be a great place to live.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Not that I wanted to follow this, you guys spoke so well, and I will miss you both and Holly, but you're both local, and I will bring my baked goods wherever I need to, and you'll think about coming back to many programs. But I do have to make a shameless plug, following up on your report on the Education Foundation's Harlem Wizards on the 29th. I spent Monday and Thursday going to the elementary schools and to Hammersholt. I got to be the chauffeur, babysitter, I don't know what you want to call it, the entourage for the Wizards player. It was so much fun. I saw Joyce in her school. The kids loved it. And what was so nice was it wasn't just the kids. The staff today in Warnstoffer, the security guards were gushing. I took pictures of them with the player. And they said, we're going to buy tickets. So I just wanted to say, please, please, please do not wait to buy your tickets. I promised Michael, because they are going fast. Some levels have already sold out. They start at $15. The players are so much fun. The kids had a ball. Please ask your children, because every elementary school child has seen them, and 2/3 of Hammersholt have seen them. And it's going to be a great event, and it benefits the district because it's the Education Foundation who gives back to us for so many things that you've seen. So I just wanted to make sure that I plug. Please don't wait to buy your tickets.
And I have to add to that, Lori, that years ago, they had done a fundraiser with the Harlem Wizards, and at the time, they fielded a team from the district, and they asked if any board members would want to play on it against the Wizards, and a very innocent, naive, young new board member said, yeah, sure, I'll do it, sounds like it'll be fun. It was a blast.
Oh, see?
I completely humiliated myself, but
Shout that. We saw you dance. You're terrific.
no, trust me. It got to the point where the Wizards sat down on the court and wouldn't get up until I actually got the ball close to the net.
Is that
Took
on
about-
videotape? Where can I find
Yeah, I
that?
think somewhere. But it was a lot of fun to participate in. It was sold out even then, I remember. So absolutely
I
get your
think it will
tickets
be.
and.
There is a staff team. They did not ask board members. I don't know, maybe they don't think we can do it, but
Well, after-
there's an elite staff.
After I
also.
did it, I don't think they could get anyone to.
There's quite the challenge there, because I think that there's a lot of staff from all the schools, which is fun, and the kids got very excited. But
Absolutely.
there's an elite staff that are supposed to play in, I guess, the last 8 minutes of the game that actually think that they may be able to take the Wizards.
Ooh,
So
that should be-
it should be,
And it's, of course, as
maybe
Lori
you'll make a
said-
guest appearance.
No, I don't think so.
Can we order an extra jersey for you, just in case?
As Lori said, it's a great cause. The foundation is our partner, we just owe them so much. Thank you, Lori. Anyone else? Well, we do have a need for a closed session. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act's enumerated exceptions, the board has a need to recess into closed session to discuss employee matters. These are more fully described in the closed session resolution included in the agenda. The closed session is estimated to be 30 minutes, after which the public meeting of the board shall reconvene and action may be taken. May I have a motion to recess into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Cohen, second by Mr. Phillips. Any discussion? All those opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you, good night, and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. A Happy New Year.